Long before cities rose and kings ruled, the African Sand People lived, their lives as ancient as the earth itself. They wandered the vast plains of southern Africa, in tune with the rhythms of the natural world. The San were the oldest known human race, and their knowledge of the land and its creatures was unmatched. Among these people were two young friends, Nala and Kato. Nala's eyes sparkled with curiosity, while Kato's heart brimmed with a deep love for learning. Together, they would embark on a journey to uncover the secrets their ancestors had passed down through the ages, secrets that had allowed their people to thrive for thousands of years.
Kato, look at the sky. It's like the earth is singing a lullaby to the sun as it falls asleep.
And soon, the stars will take over. Grandmother says they've guided our people for as long as anyone can remember, leading us through the darkest nights.
The Sand People lived as part of the land, never apart from it. They believed that the earth spoke through every living thing, the wind, the rivers, the trees, even the stars twinkling high above. Every whisper of the breeze, every ripple in the water held meaning. To the sun, nothing was lifeless. Everything was alive, connected in a delicate balance. Nala and Kato had heard these stories many times before, as they gathered with their elders, but tonight would be different. Tonight, they would hear something even older, more sacred, a tale that stretched back to the very beginning of time itself, when the earth was still young and the stars were first born. As darkness falls, the children make their way back to the village. A warm fire crackles in the center of the gathering, casting flickering shadows across the faces of the elders. The air is filled with the scent of burning wood and the distant smoke from cooking fires. Nala and Kato take their places among the other children, eager for the story that is about to unfold. Grandmother Imani, the village elder, sits with a serene presence. Her weathered hands, which had shaped countless tools and held generations of stories, rest on her lap. Her eyes, though old, sparkle with the wisdom of countless ages.
Children, tonight we speak of our ancestors, the first people to walk this land when the world was young. Long before the rivers carved their paths through the earth, before the great herds of animals roamed freely, our ancestors were here.
The children fall silent, their wide eyes reflecting the flames, captivated by the elders' words.
Do you think they lived like us? Did they know the land like we do?
Maybe they knew even more. They lived in a world untouched by time.
Grandmother Imani's voice deepens, and the flames of the fire seem to rise, as if responding to her story.
Ah, Kato, our ancestors knew the ways of survival that we can only dream of. They spoke to the animals without words, and the earth provided for them because they understood how to listen to it. They did not hunt out of greed, nor did they take more than they needed. The animals were not just prey, but brothers. The land was not merely dirt beneath their feet, but a mother that nurtured them.
The Sand People revered the land, holding it in the highest regard. They believed in the spirit of every living thing, trees that whispered ancient secrets, animals that shared the land as equals, and the very wind that swept across the vast plains, carrying messages from unseen realms. To the San, every act of life, from the careful hunt to the sacred harvest, was a graceful dance with the earth itself, a delicate harmony between humans and nature. Their survival depended not on conquering or bending the land to their will, but on understanding it, respecting it, and becoming one with its rhythms and seasons. The night air grew cooler as the vast blanket of stars stretched across the sky, each point of light twinkling like an ancient storyteller sharing a secret. The village fire flickered, casting soft, golden light over the gathered children, illuminating their curious faces. Above them, the stars shimmered, silent witnesses to countless generations of sand journeys, guiding their ancestors across deserts and plains. The fire crackled softly, as if in rhythm with Grandmother Imani's words. Her voice now low and mystical. drawing the children deeper into the sacred stories of the past. Asterisk. Grandmother Imani's voice lowered, as though she was unlocking a memory passed down from soul to soul, from one generation to the next.
There was a time when the land changed, when the rains became scarce, and the animals moved further away. But our ancestors did not fear. They watched the sky, they listened to the wind, and they followed the stars. For they knew that the stars would always lead them to water, to shelter, and to life.
As grandmother spoke, Kato's heart raced with excitement. He could almost see it. The first sand people walking through the endless plains, their feet light on the earth, their eyes fixed on the same stars that now twinkled above him. He imagined them, their backs straight with purpose, their spirits in tune with the sky, trusting that the land itself would speak to them through the whispers of the wind and the alignment of the stars. Kato leaned forward, his eyes wide, captivated by the vision that danced in his mind. The fire's warmth against his skin contrasted with the cool night breeze, making the moment feel both real and dreamlike.
Do you think we could do that, Nala? Follow the stars like they did? Walk where they walked?
Now, usually so full of words and questions, fell silent for a moment, her gaze drifting up toward the shimmering sky. The stars seemed to twinkle just for her, as if acknowledging her wonder. She thought of the deep wisdom her people carried, passed through stories, songs, and quiet moments, around fires like this. Their ancestors had not only survived but thrived, guided by something greater than themselves, a harmony with the world that she and Kato were just beginning to understand.
Maybe one day. But first, we have to learn how to listen like they did. Grandmother says the earth speaks if we are quiet enough to hear.
The fire crackled in agreement, its warm glow flickering against the shadows. The night seemed alive. Every rustle of leaves, every distant call of an animal, and every whisper of the wind felt more significant. The stars above, vast and ancient, had watched over generations of sun as they made their way through the mysteries of the land. The children huddled closer to the fire as a cold breeze swept through the village, carrying with it the scent of distant rains and the promise of wisdom yet to be uncovered.
Yes, Nala, the earth does speak. And those who listen can hear its voice in the song of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, and the soft patter of rain. That is how our ancestors survived. They listened to the earth and walked in harmony with it. That is their greatest gift to us.
Her words hung in the air like an ancient melody, delicate and powerful. The children sat quietly, imagining the strength it took to walk through a land so vast, so unknown, with nothing but the stars and the songs of the earth as their guide. The thought both humbled and inspired them, as they realized that the same land, the same stars, and the same wisdom were still there, waiting for them to learn how to listen. Later that night, after the fire has dimmed and the village has settled into a peaceful quiet, Nala and Kato lie on their backs, gazing up at the stars. The vast sky stretches endlessly above them, filled with a million points of light.
It feels like the stars are watching us, Kato. Do you think they're the same stars our ancestors followed?
Yes, I think so. And maybe one day we'll follow them too, and discover things no one else has seen.
The stars had guided the Sand People for thousands of years, their twinkling light leading them across vast deserts and endless plains, illuminating the way when all else seemed uncertain or lost. To Nal and Kato, the stars were more than just distant points of light scattered across the sky. They were ancient companions, silent watchers over the journeys of their people. They were the same stars that had shone down on their ancestors, mapping their path through the deep mysteries of the earth, and whispering promises of guidance, safety, and home in the night stillness. And so, the ancient ways of the sand lived on, carried in the hearts of the children. The stories of their ancestors were not just tales of the past, but lessons for the future. A reminder that the earth was their home and its spirits their guides. As the flames of the village fire died down, the spirit of the sand remained as strong and enduring as the stars above.